Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be reviewing the iPhone 15 Pro Max that we have here in our hand. We have the brand new blue titanium, and it looks absolutely amazing. Super lightweight. It's very lightweight from the iPhone 13 previously that I had. So it's super thin actually, I think, and the other one as well. It's slightly taller than the previous models, but for first impressions, it's absolutely, I feel like I'm holding, say, the iPhone 5. That's how light it is. And the sharp edges on the side, your pinky's not going to hurt anymore while you're holding it in your hand. The blue looks absolutely amazing. I wasn't sure if I really wanted the blue iPhone. I really loved how the natural titanium looked. But you know what? I think everyone was going for the blue. A lot of my friends that I asked, what color should I get? What color did they like? And they all went for the blue color, and I'm glad I got the blue one too, because it kind of stands out a little bit more. The natural titanium does look a little bit more brighter, sharper colored. It actually looks very nice in the touch. I already all set it up and everything. I got everything transferred and all. Taking a look of the screen and everything, 160 hertz per second. Kind of depends on how you use it. It'll just throttle back and forth from 60 to 160. So far, the cameras is the reason why I got this phone. I take a lot of pictures and photos, and I'll show here on the screen a couple of photos that I took when I was out. And you know, I noticed that it's much sharper. Yes, you do have 48 megapixel camera. But I noticed on the telephoto lens, or the 5x lens, the zoom, that it does get a little pixelated when you use the digital zoom at the end. I'll show you here that I tried to take a photo of the moon last night, and even without having good natural light, it still does get pixelated. Of course, it's using digital zoom, but you know, I like it so far. It's great. It's good in low light photography. I haven't taken anything in low light yet, but the photo and video of this new iPhone, it's absolutely crazy. The cinematic mode in 4K 60, you do have to plug in an external hard drive because it won't let you record from it, which is pretty cool, honestly. I normally don't have hard drives around, though. I might have to buy a few just to test out the transfer and everything, and it does now support USB Type-C, so I can plug in an SSD to it and test out the 4K 60. But you know, first impressions of the phone, absolutely great. I love it so much. I will be putting a case on this. I'm not going to be crazy enough not to. Now that we know how fragile this phone is and how they actually announced that they're replacing the back. It's much cheaper than it was before. Originally it was $500. Now they dropped it down to $200. And now that we've seen, you know, Jerry Riggs' video on how fragile the back is when you bend it, I think we're going to have the same, you know, bend gate that we did with the iPhone 6. So I don't recommend putting this in the back of your pocket, maybe up front or in a good case. There is one thing that I don't like about the iPhone that I got used to not having on the 13 Pro Max. That, let me show you here. Now we have the always on display that just dims down and it shows you the time and the wallpaper. I got used to not having that on the 13 Pro Max, and now that I have it here on the 15 Pro Max, it confuses me because when I lock the screen's still on, and I keep thinking that I didn't lock it by accident. So as much as I like having the always on display, it does confuse me sometimes here and there. I don't know if I locked it correctly. I don't know if it's fully turned off, but I'm trying to get used to it. I just turned it back on just to see if I get used to it again. But I do like having the always on display, but like I said, it confuses me for a while. I don't know if I locked it right or not. When I put it down, I don't know if I locked it correctly, but that's one thing I need to get used to. And now I need to buy a lot of accessories. I don't have a whole lot of USB-C cables or adapters for this phone. The braided cable with the iPhone, I love that very, very much, and let me show you why. A braided cable that comes with a new iPhone, I love it very much because it's not like the original cables that we used to have. These ones, I didn't like so much when they first came in the package. You would have to unravel it, take it. It was still kind of like in the circle form when you took it out of the little package. You would have to stretch it out and, you know, just keep it there for a while till it kept a shape like this over time. But with the new braided cable, it's much more, you know, flimsier, and it's easier not trying to pull it and you know, stretch it out to keep its shape. I much love it. It's way better. Let's see if it actually lasts as long as the original cable when you like bend it this way or have it, you know, in different ways that we used to have, and it hopefully doesn't break now. And they're all gonna be white. All the cables are gonna be white. They're not gonna be color coded to the phone that you get, which would be very nice. Apple should really start selling, you know, color coded cables with the new iPhones. But you know, this is nice so far. I thought for sure they were gonna sell the color coded cables for the iPhone. But like I said, first impressions of the phone, it's absolutely great. First impressions, first looks of the iPhone is great. I do love it so far. Out of the box, like I said, oh, I just hit it on the side of the wall here. I didn't scratch it, so that's good. Like I said, it feels so good in the hand. It's a little bit slippery. I think I'd prefer the stainless steel than the titanium. I almost dropped this out of the box when I first got it. I was just testing out the weight, and it almost slipped out of my hand and broke it. So I might be getting AppleCare this time around. I've never gotten AppleCare ever on my previous Apple products. I haven't gotten AppleCare on my watch or my iPhone or anything else that I own from Apple. I've always taken care of it. I've had the same case for previous iPhones, the same screen protector for previous iPhones, so I don't really drop it and don't want to. And I've always taken care of my stuff. So I might be considering getting AppleCare for this time around. So we'll see. I'm not fully convinced. I haven't really dropped it as much as I think I will. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. But yeah, first impressions. I'm going to be doing a full review on the phone. I'm going to be going out, taking pictures and a video for the upcoming video that we have. I'm going to be going more depth in view with the camera system, the video, the photo, everything. I want to be filming with my friend on his motorcycle to see how great the camera is, how the resolution is, how the photos are at night, during the day, action mode, 4K 60, and we'll see. But yeah, it's a great phone so far. But I haven't had any problems with it yet. It's such a great phone. I did notice one thing though, that the battery, I feel like it's draining much faster. Not a whole lot, but just it doesn't keep at 100%. I was scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, and on the 13 Pro Max when I was doing that, for almost an hour or three, it stayed at 100%. Even though I was doing all that stuff that I just said, it stayed at 100%. But this one kind of dropped down from 100 to 95% while I was on TikTok and Instagram. Maybe they might fix that on the next software update, but I did notice that for sure from the 13 Pro Max to the 15 Pro Max. So hopefully Apple does fix something that makes the battery last longer on these guys. But so far, it's very great. I love it so much. Siri is amazing. But it's such a great phone. So if you haven't gotten it yet, go get it. They're probably sold out worldwide already. My friend didn't get his UPS mixed up his mail for some reason, so he didn't get his on the day of. Unfortunately, he has to wait till Monday. But by the time you see this, he'll have it. So he's gonna be very happy to get it. So, all right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna go more in depth of the cameras, testing out everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Not even my watch. Nar.